Hi, this is Chris. Welcome to Book Talk, part of bookboundboys.com. Do me a favor, down at the bottom, you can subscribe if you want to hear more book talks. I also plan on just talking because I like to talk, and I just got a job where I don't get to talk very much, so I might need to have another outlet. So the book I'm about to talk about is called Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. I ran across this book because he wrote a popular book, Fault in Our Stars, which became a movie. So it made me kind of curious about who he was, and then I read a short bio about him, which made me more interested in who he was and what he was doing. And that's how I ended up with Turtles All the Way Down. It had a lot of stars next to it, so I thought, okay, well, this should be a good book. I was also drawn to it because they talk about, or the story talks about, the character who has some anxiety issues. Her name is Asa Holmes. And these problems are like the backbone of this story, and it's a very important part of this story. She has a really good friend. Her name's Daisy, who is fun and artistic, is complete opposite of Asa, who's, because of these issues, she's, very introverted. She prefers to just, not be around anybody because she's worried about germs and people and all this stuff going on that she's trying to deal with. But her friend Daisy is very, very cooperative and loving and supportive, and really tries to get her friend out of these issues. Interestingly enough, like I was saying, my son also has anxiety, and he too has a friend that is complete opposite that pulls him out a little bit, which is very nice to have. So that's another story all in itself. So let's get back to Turtles All the Way Down. So it's not a really long book. I have that it's 286 pages. It's a young adult fictional story. Really, I thought in the beginning that this was going to be more of a mystery, but the primary theme here, I believe, is these mental disabilities and the friendship that goes along with it. Those are very important in this story. So we have Asa, and we have her best friend Daisy, and then we have this young man, and his name's David, and this is Asa's love interest in the story. Why is he important? Well, his billionaire father goes missing, and that's where the girls have gotten together. They want to figure this out, and that's like the little sub story there. Now, I have to say that what really bothered me and almost stopped me reading the book was keeping in mind that when I'm reading these books, I'm looking for morals and values, and nothing really vulgar. I'm a Christian homeschool mom, and so I'm looking for something that is going to not necessarily reflect Christian values, but not stamp all over them. So there's one part in the story where the girls are out eating, and all of a sudden Daisy says, "Hey, have you seen this dick pic?" Some of you may not even know what that is. I do. And I was like, why? Who cares? It had nothing to do with this story. I understand that it had some, I don't know, maybe shows the time. I just thought it was really unnecessary in the story. And very, very few F words used. So that part didn't bother me too much. But as soon as I read that, and it was like in the beginning of the story, and I just didn't understand why it was there. I didn't see the point in it, and really, it didn't need to be there. That being said, I did continue to read it because John Green is very popular, and so I really had these super expectations to what I was reading. But that didn't happen. So you know how you have like books where you want to just keep reading, you don't put it down, you got to know what's going on in the next chapter. That did not happen for me. Now that might happen for a teenager. It just wasn't interesting enough to me. Um, he did a great job talking about or showing the feelings of someone who has anxiety, hypochondria, and these OCD type of issues. My understanding is he himself had these issues, and so the story was to bring this out in the open and let people know. I think that you may not know that this person has these issues, and you might just be thinking that they're strange and weird, but it does, like if I was a teenager and wasn't quite so aware of these things like I am as a mom, it would bring to light that, hey, maybe my friend or that person who, seems to not be like everybody else might have these issues. Maybe I'll be more forgiving. Maybe that's what that was about. And then the friendship. I really like how Daisy was supportive and forgiving of her friend for having these issues, and just very understanding. And I like that part of this story. Maybe I should design my scale, a scale of 1 to 10. For me, it wasn't a page turner. If I were going to give it to my child to read, probably a 16, 17-year-old person, depending on how offensive like dick pics are to you, that may be something you just don't want your homeschool child to even know about if they, aren't around a lot of kids. I'm pretty sure, I'm hoping my son doesn't know what that is, because I would hope not. So, wasn't a terrible book. I didn't find it to be a fantastic book. It was okay. I am going to read his other book, A Fault in Our Stars. That was made into a movie, so I was warned, though, about that. I'm not going to tell you. You might already know. It's a super popular movie, so probably everybody knows but me. But my son told me there's a sad ending, so I'm kind of prepared for that. Anyway, so subscribe at the bottom. Visit my blog, Bookbound Boys. And then my understanding is that you have to hit the little bell. I hit the bell all the time, so hit the bell if you want to get notified. Anyways, thank you for listening to Book Talk from Bookbound Boys. Hope to be talking about other stuff soon. Have a good day.